Welcome to Darkest Dungeon 2. My name is Nilaus and I want to do some content for Darkest Dungeon, and I have so many cool things I want to do because I'm seeing a lot of people struggle with this game and I'm kind of leaning towards it's a bit easy. So yeah, I think maybe I have something to offer, and what better thing to do than to start with a guide on the final boss. I am streaming this on Fridays at Twitch. It'll be my Darkest Friday and it's going to run forever and ever and ever, more or less. And but that is on live streaming. That's where I get my practice in. We've gotten a lot of practice here, but it actually turns out that the last boss isn't that difficult, and I'll show you how to do that in a reasonable manner with a random team that I just happen to have ready for the boss fight. In this video, we're going to cover the preparation, the way to the fight, and the final fight. How to do that. I wouldn't say that you would need to have anything.
Can be taught. That you may stand just a little taller.
Thank you, Wayne. You don't need any particular team, so let's talk a bit about this. Is just the team that I have. It might be, I don't know. It's probably not better or worse than any other team that you can have. I just wanted to prioritize some other characters. Anyway, let's talk a bit about preparation. If you have it, then you save, or if you can, then save some of your in items for the last stretch, so you can give them some nice buffs over here. Nothing major here. You can have like tons and tons of this, but it's just nice to save some buffs for the final fight if you have the inventory space for it, and of course if you can have it. Make sure that they are all healed up and have no stress. Mine actually have a tiny bit of stress, but that's just the way it is at this point. And let's see. In preparation, well, there are some abilities that use corpses. Don't care about those. For example, I love Dead of Night, but it doesn't work for the last fight because there are no corpses. So make sure that you don't rely on having corpses. Also, having no corpses means that things are a bit easier for a character like the leper, so you don't have to reach over two corpses and then get stuck. Of course, you could do purge, but still, this also means that, yeah, the leper, if you have to hit the position in position 3, then it's gonna be difficult. The way to do this is that there will be 4 in the final fight. There will be 4 shackles. These are the shackles of denial that we need to kill, and the objective is focus them down. Focus on one, go on to the next. And if you want to prepare your team, make sure that they have both some combination of ranged and melee attacks. That is not actually at all possible for this fight, so we are very heavily melee focused, and that's going to be a big problem for us. But I'm going to show you that it still works. The Grave Robber both has melee and ranged, and also here we have both some melee and ranged. Well, actually we are not even equipping the melee one because I'm assuming that by the time we are using the Plague Doctor, we will be using it for healing, stress healing, or then something else. Alright, I think we're ready to dive into the fight, or the way to the fight. The way to the fight, continue the journey. Make sure, of course, just check everyone. Do they have some abilities? Get some lot of them. Get some healing salve if you can, of course. This one's not going to be useful, but I don't really have anything else that could be useful. And get this one of those. And of course, I'm using milk soaked linen for my blind leper. That's always good. Let's dive in and go on the journey for the final stretch.
At last, the great ziggurat. Temple of failure and regret.
Temple of failure and regret. That's lovely. Alright, so on the way there, you can see there is a Oblivion Ingress, whatever. It's a cultist fight, and there's a cultist fight, and then there's the final part. So we're gonna have 2 cultist fights. You have to treat those as recovery fights. You cannot use resources during these.
Was the world fragmented and undone?
So in this case, well, we don't have any option to run away, but running away might actually be a good option. Luckily, they all want to fight, so this one should be giving us some bonus here. Now, in a fight such as this, it is all about figuring out how do we expend the least amount of resources for this. And in this case, I'm going to leave the small ones remaining because they don't really have a lot of damage, and they are annoying with the dodge. And they do have the facial confession which gives a bit of stress, but I can kind of ignore that since we can heal our stress. So let's go all in on the Cardinal to start with.
Steady yourself.
That was about the worst that thing that could ever happen. Wow. That could not be any worse. Literally the worst thing that could ever happen. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, that was lucky. So we have a long road ahead of us to recover for this fight.
An unavoidable end.
So looking at this point, because of this, the movement around, now we finally recovered to the right positions. We have the Cardinal back at close to where we want it. Now the recovery issue starts. So let's start by recovering some stress before they start freaking out. So after a while, we have managed to recover quite well. We have reduced all the stress to a very much manageable amount, and our health is also at a point where I can no longer heal at all. So let's finish it and move forward. Now also remember that during the driving here, we are healing just a bit. So that's actually helping us, even if it's just like 2 hit points. It's still something. Let's do the other one. Let's see if we have the options. Fight and fight. Well, let's do it then. So this is another one of these that hurt like hell. These guys hurt like hell. Okay, what a waste of dodge. And again, the objective is that we want to kill this one really fast, because that can have like a mass AoE and yeah, just an all-around bad time. Let's put some damage on this guy as fast as possible and try to blind him and to mark him before the level gets his action. This was another fight that did not end as I'd like to have it end, and that means we are actually going into the final boss fight in a miserable state. You can see here, at 4 stress, that's not a good place to be. So what we'll do in the start of the boss fight, that's just the way that things go. These are not necessarily easy fights. 4-4-1, you have nothing. I don't think there are any debuffs in the last fight, so we could have gotten some better things, but I'm going to show you that we can still make it anyway. Come on, give me some heals here. It's 2 heal. 2 more heals. We should be pretty healthy. Come on, give me some more heals. Oh, damn it. We entered the last stretch.
Beyond, only infernal nihility and non-existence.
This is the final boss fight. Here as we get our turn, let's explain the boss. So, the boss consists of, well, not the brain. We need to free the brain. I don't know why we want to free the brain, but we want to free the brain. And there are these 4 shackles in front. We just saw the first one, the Bolt of Lamentation. The Bolt of Lamentation is going to cast an unresistible debuff that prevents everyone from using ranged attacks. So, that is potentially a problem. But in this case, this is not the worst one. This one, the Latch of Regret, is by far the one that most likely is going to be a main problem, at least in this party, because the Latch of Regret will cast the debuff that prevents melee attacks. So this one will be here, they do a round, and then one of them will go first and cast another debuff. The Padlock of Wasting prevents healing, and the Shackle of Despair is preventing stress heal. So you really have to sort of consider, now I can stress heal, now I can heal, so let's make sure that we do that. And we want to focus on the Latch of Despair, no, Latch of Regret, because Latch of Regret is the one that prevents most of our damage from coming in, and we really want to get this one out while we try to maintain whether we can't range, whether we can't stress heal, whatever it is we can't do, then we'll deal with that. But we need to focus on this one, 75 hit points. This fight is weird because in the beginning it's really tough because you have all 4 up. But once you can take some of those out, well, it gets easier towards the end, unless of course you're all stressed out. And that's what we need to prevent us from stressing out completely in this situation. So what we want to do, we would really like to, okay, they also have like their normal attacks, and I believe that the Latch of Regret is also having a good attack up front. So what I really want to do is do put the mark on this one so the leper can hit through his blindness, and I want to blind so that it is not going to do a massive attack on me. So let's do that. There we go. Put a blind, and the combo should be good. So unfortunately we are in the position where I'm actually going to steal that combo item here, because we are now going to do 50% crit due to the combo being there. So we're going to stealing the crit from the leper, but it is what it is. We have to do it. Because 21 damage is a fair place to start. Now you have very, very little options to do, because all of this is range. You could put the Plague Doctor in position 3, so you could actually do the incision. But I think that we'll have plenty of other things to do at any given time, so I don't feel that that's a big disadvantage. Of course, like putting Magnesium Rain on everyone would be lovely damage. But let's try curing their stress a bit, because stress will get out of hand like everything else. Here comes the pain. And they're applying just all sorts of crap. Paralyzing Fear is a stun. That's hard to resist. Okay, at least they put it on the same one, so you're very stunned. And since we are blinded, we are going to be soaking up that one, so we remove the blind and give a good old whack here. Ah, that's a good time to do a 33 damage, and then we get a padlock. That's the worst thing. Ah, man. That prevents... This is the one we really wanted to avoid, but oh well, it's not being avoided this time around. Let's do that one, medicinal herbs, so there is a tiny bit. You have a whole lot of nothing to do, so what can we do in terms of doing the damage? This one will give you more damage as well. Which one do we want to move forward? Yourself? I do think we need more damage here. 11. It's gonna die. It doesn't have any death row resist. Moving you forward. Yeah, that's fine. That's actually not fine. That was actually probably the worst thing I could have done. We don't need any healing here. Well, we do need healing, but we want to make sure that this never gets its turn again. 4. And resist. That is not enough. Crippling Doubt. You are not super healthy. No, don't touch that. Death Door. Yep, that's how quickly it goes. And now it's probably just dead. Yep. Ooh, look at how crazy it is. Hopeful. And that would be a nice little buff. Nope, just deal more damage. Fine. And there is no way for us to deal damage at this point, because all of it is locked. So we'll just do a withstand to sort of absorb some attacks here. Lovely. Denial of Reason. That is this stress seal, so that's perfect. Perfect. We like the fact that we don't have that. Now, 2 options. You are unfortunately pretty slow, so we'll have a lot of things before. But I'd really like to do that, so we can take those 2 out. But I think we, in common sense, we need to get you off of Death Door. Thank you. And you can now attack. I am going to remove that, so you're going to hit things. And remove it. It had to be done. So you can see they move up. There is no corpse. So we need to figure out what the next thing we want to do is. And honestly, unfortunately, I have to do Battle Ballad. That was a huge mistake I did before, because I really want number 2 and 3 to generate. This is just a bit of damage. Didn't do anything. No. So you're taking a bit of stress from that. Okay. And you're still stunned. Just always stunned. Oh, resist. Oh, no. Everyone is stunned. Denial of Fortitude. That is no healing. That's kind of okay. You're off of a Death Door, so that's fine. We can do the power on... This is the ranged one. It's going to be one of these. Padlock of Wasting. That is heals. So I think I'm going to do here. I will let the Grave Robber go to 6 so I can use the Leper's ability. That's my plan. And then I will put that one there. We're going to focus on this because this prevents healing, and we probably need some healing then. And again, I think we'll Blight one. We'll do more damage of what we have. Get it in there. No. And at this point, I think we want to get it there. We'll give you a combo for the leopard to hit, and also a blind. So okay, back to Death Door, and we have no healing, but that's kind of what it is. Just don't focus, don't focus, and it does. Whew. That is crazy how the... Oh, there's a meltdown. So much for me trying to let it slowly go up there. Oh yeah, there's no... And then I'll reach. That's not the worst thing that could happen. But as you can probably see, this is a bit troublesome. I am going to gracefully ignore my the stress, because you already got a meltdown. Let's put some damage on here. We are not dealing damage because the leper has been in so much trouble, and we have huge problems there as well. Can we do that? No healing. Ugh. Shoot, that's really bad. Oh, that's denial of reach, that's why. And just get in there. Minor damage, but it took away the token. Crippling out, good miss. Thank you, leper. And you are not blinded, so, but you are, yeah. Hit it, 37 damage. We got the 22 out of that, so there's 6 left. And what is that? We now have, it's a, that death door is just ridiculous. And then we'll get another denial of something. Denial of reason, that means no stress heal. That means you're probably gonna have a breakdown again. Please a heal. Nope, just deal more damage. We have plenty of actions before this one. So you just pop the absinthe, which is really nice because it also gives a lot of dodges. Because they seem to be focusing here. Do we want to do stress heal? Found funny how you can actually do this one even though it says no stress heal. No, we wanted to do that one. Resist. 6, 10 damage. It's not good enough. And let's see. I want to do something that... There. Now it's dead. Alright. 2 left. I think we want to be managing a bit on the stress side, and the ranged attack is less relevant. So heal here. They all have like enough hit points to take a beating, just a little beating, not a big beating, but we really want more damage here. They just don't care about the leper because I left the ones that actor the back row.
Exhaustion takes hold.
Put the healing salve, that's kind of why we brought it. Let's put some... Oh, wow, a bonus attack from the leper, that's really nice. I really didn't... I thought their relationship got reset. No, they're fine. It just got reduced. Use that one. And do we want to stress heal? Ultimately, it doesn't really matter if we stress heal, because by the end of this one, we're done with these characters, and they don't need to be stress healed anymore. So we can just go ham on this one and get some damage in, get some more Noxious Blast. That's 10%. That's a good start. What are they getting? But stress heal. Here comes some... Oh! Damn it! They're just focusing on the back row, because I probably ruined the one for the front row. And... you still have your attack, so that's probably a dead leper, but it maybe we'll do that one, so at least it's just a chance that it misses. Yes? Nope. Dodge. Alright, well that's a blind and a dodge, so that was pretty reasonable that it dodged. And we're gonna smack here. And we'll get another denial. Denial of reach. That's just ranged attacks, but that's fine. My Plague Doctor is going to heal. So you can see at this point the fight gets a lot easier unless you've already lost someone on the way. And it actually looks like you are the next 26 hit points and already taking 10. So can you deal 16 damage? Max. Well, you can deal 15, right? So that's a start. And let's see, where do we want? We want to put that. You have 6. I'm gonna be a bit cheeky here. Heal yourself. Off of Death Door, thank you very much. You will get the kill on that one. And the leper will then take care of some heals. Some stress heal. Finally, we can actually use the stress heal from the leper because it has to be at 6 before it works. And then it is basically just mopping up at this point. Let's just make sure nothing bad happens. We might as well use all of that stuff. I'm gonna get some of this light. Yay, they're happy. Alright, so we're actually really safe now. With good hit points, good everything. We might even go so far as to say get even more comfortable here. Because at this point, this fight is pretty much done. So you can see the start of the fight is super dangerous, but it gets progressively easier if you don't lose anyone. And again, we're going to go for the blindness. Always blind by blind. That is only where the damage comes in, and it also helps the leper with dealing some damage or actually hitting through the blindness. And again, we go forward, deal just a tiny bit of damage. This is going to take a bit of time, just chucking through this. Hopeful. Was that a bit of stress for you? Oh, just a nice heal. Nice. Smash that one. That's 10 damage. You're down to 32. So that will be basically how to deal with the last boss fight. As you can see, we had a few sort of issues with some death door checks. And you're blinded. Oh, I don't even have that anymore. So what should we do? We'll remove the blindness.
Empowered, emboldened.
Then I'll reach. That's irrelevant. It's only for this one that could. Oh wow, you actually somehow got like a million stress on yourself. Take that out. And at this point, chop chop, and you're dead, right? Yeah, no, you're not. You're almost dead. Oh, you can't do anything. Ha, interesting. Nope. Oh, this is lovely. So now we don't have any options, so I just have to pass. That sucks. Alright, the leper, you get to... Spring snows must what? Alright, there we go. And on its turn, it will... Oh, it won't even do it itself. So, the leper gets the chance.
One less obstacle in our path.
Shackles destroyed.
The flame grows stronger.
And we get some hope restored. Ben, the team retires.
Await you.
And then we start a new run. Up to level 16.
Learn from each attempt. Deepen your understanding. And victory will come.
Thank you very much for watching. I hope that you have enjoyed this little tutorial on how to do the last boss with, well, a random combination comp I had. It is not particularly difficult, but it can escalate out of control really easily. Just make sure that the first part of the fight is the most difficult. If you survive that, the rest is easy. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more videos on Darkest Dungeon 2 here on the channel, let me know in the comment section below and by hitting the like button. I would think about like all of the side bosses, all the characters, stress mechanics, healing mechanics. There are tons of cool things that I could do tutorials on if there's an interest. So thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, take care, and as always, stay effective.